The British royal family is always in the news. People around the world are interested in their lives, their weddings, and, sometimes their problems. Newspapers know this, and they use stories about the royals to get more readers. One newspaper that does this is the Daily Mail. Recently, the royal family has had many problems. There are arguments inside the family, and some people do not trust them as much as before. Newspapers use these issues to make their stories more exciting. They often focus on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle because, many people are interested in them. Many headlines talk about Harry and Meghan. However, when you read the full articles, you find out that the problems are often about other royals too. This is a way for newspapers to get attention, but also to talk about deeper issues. In this essay, we will explore how the Daily Mail uses Harry and Meghan's names to attract readers and how this changes the way people see the whole royal family. The Daily Mail often uses Harry and Meghan's names in big headlines. For example, stories might say, "Harry and Meghan cause new royal drama." These headlines make people want to click on the story or read the newspaper. This is called clickbait. When people read the articles, they sometimes find out that the main story is not really about Harry and Meghan. Instead, the article talks about bigger problems in the royal family. It might mention arguments between Prince William and King Charles, or other issues inside the palace. This way, the newspaper gets more readers by using popular names in the headlines. But the real news is about problems with other royals. Many readers may not notice this at first because they only see the headlines. This strategy helps newspapers like the Daily Mail get more attention. But it also changes how people understand royal stories. Even though Harry and Meghan appear in the headlines, the real stories are often about Prince William and King Charles. There have been reports about disagreements and secret arguments between them. Sometimes these stories are about how they are leading the royal family. The newspapers use Harry and Meghan to distract from these deeper problems. For example, an article may start with a story about Harry, but then discuss concerns about King Charles's health or Prince William's plans for the future. These are important issues that affect the whole monarchy. Some readers feel that the newspapers are trying to hide the truth. They think the real problems are not with Harry and Meghan, but with the people who are leading the family now. This can make people trust the newspapers and the royal family less. By focusing on the popular names, the newspapers can talk about difficult topics without making them the main story. Clickbait is when newspapers use exciting or surprising headlines to get people to read their stories. The Daily Mail is very good at this. They know that stories about Harry and Meghan get a lot of attention, so they use their names often. When people see a headline about Harry and Meghan, they are curious and want to know more. This means they will click on the article or buy the newspaper. Even if the article later talks about other royals, the headline has already done its job. This method is good for the newspaper because it means more readers and more money from advertising. However, it can also confuse people. Readers may not understand what the real problems are in the royal family. Over time, this can make it harder for people to trust what they read in the news. Recent polls show that people do not trust the royal family as much as before. Only 41% of people now support the monarchy. This is honestly a big change from the past, when many more people liked and trusted the royals. Also, 54% of people want Prince William to be more open about his money. They want to know how he spends it and where it comes from. This really shows that people care about honesty and transparency. One person in the poll said, "The royals need to be open with us. We pay for them, so we want to know what they are doing." This feeling is, becoming more common in the UK. These statistics show that the royal family has a big problem. If they do not change, even more people may stop trusting them. In the past, people did not ask many questions about the royal family, but today things are different. People want to know how the royals spend their money and what they do each day. The world is changing and people expect honesty from everyone, including kings and princes. Social media makes it easy for people to share their opinions and ask tough questions. When there is a scandal or a secret, it spreads very quickly. The royal family cannot hide things as easily as before. When people see stories about money or secrets, they feel upset. They want the royals to be honest and open. This is why so many people now say they want Prince William to share more about his finances. If the royal family does not listen, they could lose even more support from the public. The royal family now faces a very big challenge. They need to decide how much to share with the public. If they keep things secret, people will trust them less. If they are more open, people might like them more. This is difficult because some royals do not want to change. They think the old ways are better. But younger people like Prince William may understand that times are different now. The newspapers and the internet also make this harder. Stories can spread quickly, and it is hard to control what people say. The palace needs to find new ways to connect with the public and show they can be trusted. If they do not change, they risk losing their important place in British life. If the royal family does not become more open, public support may fall even more. More people may start to question why the royals are important. Some may even want to get rid of the monarchy. However, if the royals listen to the public and share more information, they could win back trust. Prince William and other young royals have a chance to show a new way forward. They could talk more about their money, their work, and their lives. This would not be easy. The family would have to change many old traditions. But it could help them survive in the modern world. Many people hope that the royal family will learn from these problems and become better. The future of the monarchy depends on how they respond to these challenges. In conclusion, newspapers like the Daily Mail use Harry and Meghan's names to get attention, but the real problems are often deeper inside the royal family. People now want more honesty and openness from their royals than ever before. With only 41% of people supporting the monarchy and 54% wanting more from Prince William, it is clear that change is needed. If the royal family does not listen, they may lose even more trust. But if they are open, they have a chance to start a new chapter. This is a very important moment for the royal family. How they act now will shape their future. The world is watching, and the time for change is here. The choice is theirs: be open and honest, or risk losing their place in history.